Now, Bovino is on the road again, checking on another city on his naughty list, New Orleans.
Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino joins us now. Sir, we're glad to have you tonight. Thanks for being with us. I'm interested in that interaction you had with the mayor in Evanston, because it strikes me that if you want to reduce, what he calls chaos on the streets, maybe you ought to help the guys who are trying to find violent offenders and bad guys in your community. Greg, what's your response to the way he confronted you?
Well, Dagan and Brian, it's good to be here. Thanks for having me, and Merry Christmas. The mayor there in Evanston, first and foremost, he makes the conscious decision to choose illegal aliens over American citizens. He chooses violence in his communities and surrounding communities, and for some odd reason does not want the United States Border Patrol to take that violence away. That's why we're in those communities in the first place, because community leaders and activists like him, they choose not to turn criminals over to ICE and Border Patrol the way they should, and that is why we are in those communities, and he does not seem to be able to get that through his skull.
Chief, tell us about, well, if there are any, of the mayors, towns, communities who are tightening it up, so to speak, where you've gone in and they recognize the problem and maybe they turn and they do a 180 and begin, I'm not talking about the crazy sanctuary cities, but begin to become willing to work with you and enforce the laws of the land, so to speak.
Sure. Dagan, there's no better place to talk about that than New Orleans and the great state of Louisiana. The support that we've received in Louisiana, all the way from the governor's office to those state and local police chiefs and state police, has been astounding. It's been fantastic. To give you an example of what that does for us on the ground in Louisiana is we've had one act of violence against Border Patrol since we've been here in Louisiana under Operation Catahoula Crunch. Just one. Now, take a look at Chicago. We were on the ground in Chicago, and approximately within the first hour, there was a felonious violent assault against Border Patrol. So I'll tell you what, Louisiana is doing it the right way. I hope some other folks in other states will take a look at what they're doing, and we can conduct this Title 8 mission legally, ethically, morally, and in a sound fashion. That's what we want to do.
In the places where you face all this resistance, the critique all the time is you're in there creating mayhem, right? And everything is sort of chaotic. Then you talk about New Orleans, where you're getting support and help. My guess is you're probably much more effective at finding the right people because you're getting the support. Why doesn't that translate to the places where they claim to be so concerned about the mayhem and the chaos?
In attempting to have talks with the individuals in some of those sanctuary states like Mayor Biss and others, it seems that they're so focused on those agenda-driven talking points that they can't see the light. It's amazing. Sometimes we'll apprehend a very vile illegal alien criminal in the community, and they're still rioting, violent mobs forming, while we're arresting a very, very bad person. So I think they're so agenda-driven, sometimes they just can't see the light, even though it's working out very well in a place like New Orleans and Louisiana.
Do the mayors acknowledge who hide and coddle these illegal alien criminals? That I just remember during the Biden administration, there were illegal aliens who were arrested in my tiny little county in South Central Virginia for child trafficking and rape. And these are tiny towns. And they were coming from other states because they were being coddled by the very types of leaders that you were standing up against. Chief, final word to you.
Exactly. We've got Ma and Pa America's back, Dagan and Brian, and we're not going to stop. There's a lot of bad people still out there. You know what happened over the past 4 years with the millions coming across the border. We're going to go after those bad people and those bad things, and we're going to get them all. we've got your back, Mom and Pa America, and we hope you all have a Merry Christmas.
Chief Greg Bovino, such a pleasure to have you on today. Thank you for everything you're doing. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Be safe, too.